From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Thanks for joining us today. It is great to see you on a Tuesday. It is November 18th.
How about we see what the world is about to offer us? Let's open up the windows, let a brand new day in together.
Until we start making ourselves accountable to our neighbors, to our brothers and sisters, we can't expect anything different.
Accountability the push after 2 shootings rocked Oakland school campuses. Word of policy changes on the very day the man accused of killing legendary coach John Beam makes his first court appearance.
We all have, a reason for being here.
A North Bay community grappling with people experiencing homelessness. Meet the woman who knows firsthand how much supportive systems can make a difference, and also hear from neighbors saying they were left out of important conversations.
We expect maybe to hit 100,000 this month because of the SNAP delay.
Plus, the community push to bring food for Bay Area families as unprecedented need hits Bay Area food banks. We're live as bridge builders show the nation how the Bay Area gets the job done for our neighbors.
This is a really special place for people. We've got generations of visitors that have come here.
And hope for a new era at the San Francisco Zoo. Hear from the new leader who wants to turn the page on controversial conditions.
All right, good morning. It's Tuesday and it's a beautiful day to get out there, but it is a chilly one at that. Let's talk about a couple things before we head into our next rain system right around the corner as early as tomorrow. Daytime highs today, we're sitting in the 60s widespread throughout the Bay Area from the coast all the way off into our inland spots. As we zoom all the way into the East Bay today, it's places like Antioch stretched all the way over into Livermore that see similar numbers for our friends all the way over into the East Bay too. I'm going to turn on the radar, and as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours, what you're going to notice is we're going to start seeing some more showers rolling in late Wednesday night into early Thursday morning. This is going to bring in some more impressive rainfall totals. I'm going to have those numbers for you coming up in just a bit for that first alert forecast. But for now, back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Jessica. This morning we begin with some breaking news. Services are starting to come back online after a major tech outage early this morning. Popular sites like X, OpenAI, Canva, and some multiplayer games were affected as a result. The outage was traced to Cloudflare, a San Francisco-based company that helps power and protect thousands of websites. Cloudflare says a server issue caused widespread errors beginning at around 3 in the morning. They say they've implemented a fix and are monitoring the results. Read.
Max, happening today, the man charged with gunning down Oakland football coach John Beam will answer to a murder charge in his first court appearance. 27-year-old Cedric Irving Jr. faces the possibility 50 years to life in prison. Meanwhile, this morning we're learning new details in the shooting of Coach Beam. Court documents say police identified Irving as their suspect after surveillance cameras caught him on campus taking off after the shooting. So police caught him pretty quickly at the San Leandro BART station. Inside Irving's duffel bag reportedly was a gun. Those documents also reveal Irving confessed the gun was his and that he used it to shoot the coach. We're also learning more about Irving's state of mind. The Chronicle cites sources Irving told investigators he thought Coach Beam used witchcraft on him. Also this morning, we're seeing response by leaders in the East Bay. DA Ursula Jones-Dixon saying after back-to-back shootings at Laney College and Skyline High School last week, her department will bring back mandatory minimum sentences for gun charges.
The DA's office really is a reactive agency. We react when something happens. There are moments in time where you can be a little proactive as well.
The minimum penalty would start at 90 days in custody for misdemeanor gun charges and then go up from there.
So the shootings in Oakland are adding fuel to the debate over the use of automated license plate readers. Later today, police will make their final pitch to keep and expand the program that utilizes the company Flock Safety's surveillance cams. They pointed to its role in tracking suspects, including Cedric Irving Jr. But privacy advocates, they think the cameras might lead to mistaken IDs, and they worry that police may share the data with the feds.
Whether it's our criminal investigation division, our patrol units, ceasefire, all of these units are all using this technology in order to enhance their ability to do these investigations.
And they all sound great, but nobody actually cares about privacy until it really matters. And I want to just share that these systems oftentimes make mistakes or they get abused.
OPD insists they won't share information from the cameras with federal agencies. Now, if the item passes out of committee today, it will head to the full city council in December.
Moving around the Bay Area for headlines in your community where you live, let's go to the North Bay now. Not everybody's happy about a first-of-its-kind housing plan meant to help people experiencing homelessness. San Rafael City Council unanimously approved a plan to build 65 cabin shelters at 350 Marydale Road. City officials believe these shelters are a first step towards 80 permanent affordable housing units in the area. Some neighbors say they didn't get enough notice and wish there'd been more chances to give input before the vote. Marin County supervisors say they will cast their votes on this plan today. Let's move down to the South Bay now, where Santa Clara County officials are decrying federal cuts to funding for something called the Continuum of Care program. So that program exists to help people experiencing homelessness get into and hopefully stay in permanent housing. This federal funding drop we're talking about this morning is pretty steep. Think about this, from 87% funding to just 30%. The county normally gets about $48 million a year for that program. That's money local advocates say helps keep more than 2,500 people in stable housing. To the East Bay now, another business up there hitting a smash and grab. This time the crooks wanted candy. So here's how this all came out. Officers say burglars broke into Lafayette's Zuni's candy shop on Mount Diablo Boulevard. Early Saturday morning, those thieves smashed the front window, grabbed a floor safe and 2 registers, took off. Police say the method matches recent break-ins in Walnut Creek, but they so far have not confirmed a connection to other cases.
Starting next month, commuters using the new express lanes on I-80 in Solano County will have to pay a toll. But those lanes will help people get through one of the most congested parts of the corridor. The new lanes run a total of 18 miles from Vacaville to Fairfield. Right now, it is a toll-free HOV lane, but that'll change starting December 16th. Drivers will need a fast-track toll tag, and the cost will depend on how far you drive and how heavy traffic is. Fees can range anywhere from 50 cents to $15.
You're paying to get through faster, so you're not stuck in the slower traffic. Ultimate plan is getting all of California connected.
Cars with 3 or more riders can ride for free in those lanes, while 2 people is half price. Solo drivers will have to pay the full toll.
6:07 in the morning, and we're glad you're with us this morning. We have our eyes on Capitol Hill as the House is expected to vote on releasing the Epstein files today. President Donald Trump saying, "We have nothing to hide, release them all." What could happen next if that passes? Then we're staying home right now, live to Veronica Macias showing off demand where we are at Bay Area food banks. Veronica, a lot of good people are keeping families fed.
That's exactly what we're seeing, thankfully. Good morning. Here in Watsonville, we're in the strawberry capital of the world, and we know the need is growing in our community. So now we're expanding our Food for Bay Area families, bringing in Second Harvest Food Bank Santa Cruz County. Stay with us.
And let's all get out there and enjoy this dry day today and starting tomorrow, because as we head into late tomorrow evening, more rain is on the way. I'm going to time this cold front out for you coming up in your First Alert forecast.
First Alert Weather, brought to you by AAA Insurance. Get a quote today.
Time right now is 6:11. Pour that coffee, everybody. So we are watching our many monitors coming in from all over planet Earth. They're bringing us headlines from across the globe. And we're talking about headlines developing out of Congress today. The House is expected to vote on releasing the infamous Epstein files. We're talking about tens of thousands of records connected to the estate of sex criminal and one-time Trump associate Jeffrey Epstein. Sunday, the president said he had nothing to hide and encouraged the House to pass the legislation forcing the release of all of it. Epstein's victims will speak on the Hill today, urging lawmakers to pass the resolution for release. Many say they want to meet with President Trump himself today. The state of California getting word President Trump is suing over new laws restricting law enforcement from wearing masks. The lawsuit follows Governor Gavin Newsom's signing of the No Secret Police Act in September, which bans most state, local, and federal officers from wearing face coverings. Justice Department argues the rules endanger federal officers. California defends the law as necessary to build public trust and prevent cases of impersonation. Next stop for the president's immigration crackdown is a second city in the state of North Carolina. So after crackdowns in Charlotte, North Carolina, the mayor of Raleigh saying immigration agents are now in the capital city. Homeland Security officials say agents have already arrested more than 130 undocumented migrants with criminal records in a weekend sweep through the Queen City of Charlotte.
Southern Californians are beginning to clean up after powerful weekend storms hammered that part of our state. Flooding, mudslides, and road closures hit places like the Coachella Valley especially hard. At least 6 people died as a result of the extreme weather. The National Weather Service says this is now one of the wettest Novembers for Los Angeles in 40 years, all thanks to the storms. Bringing us closer to home now, let's give you a live look outside on this Tuesday morning. This is a beautiful shot of the San Francisco skyline. What a difference a day makes. Jessica Birch joins us live now with your forecast. Hey, Jess.
And what a difference another day makes, because as we head into our Wednesday forecast, showers return to the Bay Area, and that's what we're gearing up for right now. It's a dry day for us today, and it's a cool day for us today. The cold front that pushed through earlier this week brought in temperatures down to the low 60s off into the East Bay, which matches up pretty much everywhere throughout the Bay Area. 60s off into the North Bay, down into the Santa Clara Valley, 50s along our coast. But here's the thing. We head into our late Wednesday night, early Thursday morning forecast. This cold front's going to be pushing its way through the Bay, bringing in more showers for us right around the corner. Now, as you take a look at the numbers, they're not nearly as impressive as what we've seen earlier. I mean, take a look at this. Off into the East Bay we go, closer to around 1/10 of an inch all the way up into places like Napa, Antioch, stretched all the way down into Livermore too. So that's what we're going to monitor as we head into the next couple days. And better yet, let's just time it out exactly hour by hour, because we start off Wednesday nice and dry. Cloudy, okay, yes, but that cold front pushes in kind of like a windshield wiper, bringing in light to moderate showers right around the corner, also bringing in gustier conditions, and temperatures are going to drop down even more than where we're at right now, down into the 50s around the corner as the system pushes through. This is early Thursday morning. Many of us waking up to that pitter patter just on our rooftops, and that continues to sweep through the Bay Area heading into Thursday afternoon. You're going to notice some rotation on the back end of it. It's an area of low pressure, and as it continues to sweep its way down to the south, that's what we're keeping a close eye on when it comes to those total rainfall amounts. So Thursday's a wet day, Friday's a dry day. Here's some good news right around the corner. As I drop this and show you the next 7 days, we actually have beautiful weather right around the corner heading into this weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes, it's still cool, and yes, it's still cloudy, but at least it's dry for us along the bay. And we're going to get a little bit more of a warm up off into those inland spots, places like the East Bay, Santa Clara Valley. We'll start to see some mid 60s, potentially some upper 60s as we head into our Saturday forecast. We'll see sunnier skies on tap for us then, but for now, we're keeping a close eye on that next cold front pushing through, bringing in stormy conditions as we head into Thursday. For now, back to you.
All right, thank you for that, Jessica. Let's get you out on the roadways at 6:15 on this Tuesday morning. If you are using the San Mateo Bridge this morning, you should expect some delays. There's a crash on eastbound 92 just east of Foster City Boulevard exit. The lanes are blocked, so expect some delays there. Heading towards the East Bay, San Pablo seeing some hot spots this morning as well. There's a disabled car on westbound 80 east of San Pablo Dam Road, and further down there's a crash on westbound 80 at San Pablo Dam Road. That's causing the right lanes to be blocked, so expect some major delays in that area. Heading over to the Bay Bridge, there's just a crash after the Toll Plaza exit, so if you are getting on the bridge, expect a bigger delay than usual. That is a look at your morning commute. Every day, thousands of Bay Area families struggle to make ends meet, choosing between making rent and buying food, gas, or medicine. There's no face to hunger. Many of our neighbors are quietly dealing with food insecurity on a daily basis. Over at the San Francisco Marin Food Bank, they saw a demand in service during the government shutdown. They had to call in community partners to fill the gap in SNAP delays. So throughout the holiday season, our team at CBS News Bay Area is trying to get the word out there to help with our Food for Bay Area Families initiative. We'll be sharing stories of struggle, of hope. We'll introduce you to the hardworking people doing their part to help out. We'll tell you, of course, how you can best help out. Veronica Macias joins us live in Watsonville this morning at Second Harvest Food Bank, Santa Cruz County. Veronica, great to see you. This is one of the oldest food banks in the nation, isn't it?
Good morning. Buenos dias here from Watsonville. We're in the strawberry capital of the world. We're surrounded by all these ag fields. And yes, this food bank, it has the distinction of being the very first in the state, Max. And I'm surrounded by all this food in this warehouse. And what's really interesting here and really nice about this food bank is that 65% of the food that comes from this food bank is fresh produce for families in the area. And this food bank was also born during a movement.
Nice array of stuff, huh? Oh, yeah.
In Santa Cruz County, the mornings start early at Second Harvest Food Bank, where volunteers train and prepare to feed thousands.
This is where our volunteers meet in the morning. Okay. They do their training.
It's a food bank with deep roots, not just in the community, but in California's history.
So Second Harvest Food Bank Santa Cruz County is the first food bank in the state of California. The food bank movement in California began here in the county of Santa Cruz. We're the second food bank in the nation.
Born out of community activism and inspired by the Black Panther breakfast programs that began feeding children decades ago.
The Black Panther Student Club at UC Santa Cruz was the impetus for food banking in this county. They had a program specifically tailored for ensuring children going to school were nourished.
Today, the need is greater than ever. Last month alone, Second Harvest served 73,000 people, and that number could soon reach 100,000.
Pre this year, we were serving 65,000 people a month in a county of 260,000 people. We expect maybe to hit 100,000 this month because of the SNAP delay.
Food Bank sources millions of pounds of food each year, with a focus on fresh produce from local farms.
We have a commitment of having 65% of our food be fresh produce. And then of course, we're in an agricultural valley, so we depend on our agricultural partners.
And with high housing costs and rising food prices, more families are turning to them for help.
The number one reason people are food insecure in our county, because we ask them, is because of housing costs.
Hey guys, thank you for volunteering.
Each bag packed here includes protein, produce, and pantry staples, essentials for families stretching every dollar.
When we distribute, we always distribute protein, produce, and shelf-stable food.
Okay.
So there's probably rice and beans and cans in here.
Okay.
So that the families are getting a well-rounded set of nourishment.
The food bank is also a diaper bank, providing extra support for families with young children.
Providing diapers, and wipes, which is a very costly thing for families, also helps them make sure that, you know, they're not cheating their bodies of good nutrients.
As the food bank marks more than 50 years of service, the team says their mission hasn't changed, only the need. Second Harvest Food Bank, Santa Cruz County, they distribute a total of 10 to 11 million pounds of food every single year. They're distributing to families. And as we know, right now, the situation for a lot of people has gotten tougher with the government shutdown, SNAP benefits, and a lot of people are in a lot of need. So with that need now growing, we're also happy that we're including this food bank in our food drive. Reed?
Veronica, I'll pick this one up from here. Thank you for bringing us that story. We're looking forward to checking in with you again later in the show to see the wonderful work that people in that region are doing to feed the families in need. Thank you for your reporting. We appreciate it. And again, you can help out and make a difference in your community. There's a QR code on your screen. If you scan that, it'll tell you exactly how you can donate food or volunteer hours to make a difference in your community. You can head to our website, kpix.com/give to learn some more. Also, be sure to join us Christmas night at 7 p.m. You'll be able to see the inspiring stories behind the effort to feed families across the Bay Area and learn more about what it takes to fight food insecurity. We'll also show you the impact of your donation and what it does to keep food on the table for our neighbors.
Time right now, 6:21. Hey, Brock Purdy's return means George Kittle is way more involved in the 49ers offense. Vernon Glenn will break down his star performance in our Red and Gold report. Some sports news for your morning. The Niners offense rolling strong once again. In this morning's Red and Gold report, Vern Glenn has more on the star player who benefited big time from the return of Purdy.
This is the Audi Red and Gold report.
The 49ers got a 41-22 win over the Cardinals on Sunday, but unfortunately, they did not leave Arizona fully healthy. Linebacker Tatum Bethune is expected to miss multiple weeks with a high ankle sprain. Kicker Eddie Pinheiro is week to week with a hamstring strain in his kicking leg. Now, tight end George Kittle caught 2 touchdowns from Brock Purdy. The second was the 50th of his career, becoming just the 5th player in franchise history to reach that milestone. And Kittle's teammates know they are in the presence of greatness.
Actually, this week, I was just, we're in the huddle, and I looked at him. He just gave me like a little fist bump. I was like, man, he really is like one of the greatest tight ends of all time. I was just thinking about that. I was like, damn.
I don't think I'll fully appreciate what an awesome, run it's been until, 10 years down the road when we're old and talking about it. But I feel like I'm genuinely been playing with a Hall of Fame player, and one that I can, like you said, call one of my best friends. I'm just so proud of him.
With the Red and Gold Report, I'm Vern Glenn.
We now know where San Francisco's new professional women's baseball team will play, and it's nowhere near the Bay Area or really even in California. It's a ways away. The Women's Pro Baseball League will play its inaugural season next year in the state of Illinois. Robin Roberts Stadium is the home to Springfield Lucky Horseshoes, a collegiate summer league. The WPBL wanted a neutral site for its 4 teams from New York, Boston, LA, and San Francisco. This Thursday, the WPBL will hold its first ever draft. Each team will have 15 players on their roster. San Francisco gets the first pick. Reed.
Time right now, 6:26. Good morning. Thanks for being with us. Think you have the worst roads in the entire Bay Area? Well, we've got a new report showing which city has the bumpiest and where you'll also find a smooth drive. We're trying to see this as a glass half full, Max.
And important to do, this morning we are showing off what it takes to feed a growing number of families dealing with food insecurity. These live pictures coming to you from one of the oldest food banks in the nation that happens to be right here in our region. We'll show you how you can join us in helping our food banks and the people in need ahead of the holiday.
A lot of treasures of people there getting people fed as we look at this live shot of San Francisco from Treasure Island. We'll be right back.
From CBS News Bay Area, this is the Morning Edition.
Good morning, and thanks for staying with us. How about that for a live picture of the Bay Area on this Tuesday morning? Jessica Birch is going to join us right now to tell us all about the weather to expect, and that's just beautiful, isn't it, Jess?
Enjoy the dry weather while we have it, because as we head into our Wednesday evening, early Thursday morning forecast, guess what's right around the corner? More rain on tap for us here in the Bay Area. But before we even get there, let's talk about what's happening right now, because as that cold front swept through earlier this week, it dropped our temperatures down into the low 60s. As we zoom in just a little bit more, you can see all the way off into the East Bay, Antioch, stretched over into Livermore. We're seeing similar numbers all the way over into places like San Francisco today, also in the low 60s. Santa Rosa looking very similar, but here's the thing. I'm going to turn on the radar, and as we head into the next 24 to 48 hours, we're going to see a big difference in the forecast for us. The rainfall totals aren't going to be nearly as impressive. We're only going to see about 1/10 of an inch of rain off in places like the East Bay, up into the North Bay too, but we do have more showers on tap for us, and that's what we're going to time out coming up in just a bit. For now, back over to you.
Jess, thank you. Happening right now, new details in the shooting death of a legendary Oakland football coach. We're talking about John Beam. 27-year-old Cedric Irving Jr. will face a judge today on murder and gun charges. So if convicted, he could face up to life in prison. And this morning, we're also learning from court documents about Irving's arrest. Police say they caught him at a San Leandro BART station. They also say they found a handgun in Irving's bag and that he admitted to shooting the legendary coach right there at the station. We're also learning more about Irving's state of mind leading up to the shooting. The Chronicle reporting Irving thought Beam used witchcraft against him. So District Attorney Ursula Jones-Dixon with the case says the attack was targeted and that she will bring back mandatory minimum sentences for gun charges up in the East Bay.
Until we start making ourselves accountable to our neighbors, to our brothers and sisters, we can't expect anything different. If we keep doing the same thing, we get the same result. And so this is my opportunity to try something that we've tried before, to see if we can put a dent and some of this violent crime.
So let's talk about the dent there. Under the new policy, the minimum penalty for misdemeanor gun charges would start at 90 days in custody and then go up from there. And of course, the community conversation happening after the Laney College case and also that shooting at Oakland Skyline High School a day earlier. In that case, a 15-year-old was shot. District leaders say these incidents come as cuts to programs designed to prevent violence like this become a reality. You know, for decades, a program called Youth Alive mentors students and helps break the cycle of violence. But the group could lose funding this spring as Oakland Unified faces a $100 million budget shortfall.
for us last week, we're definitely a part of that community. And we felt it personally here, but it was that next day, how we keep showing up for our young people, because we know they're feeling it at an even more personal and deeper level. And so it was our role to be there as those adults that they can lean on and get that support from in the moments when they needed us.
KIDIP Director Joe Griffin there. Youth Alive still hopes to secure new partners before the money runs out, Max.
Moving around the Bay now for your headlines in your community. We start in Oakland and that debate over automated license plate readers. Oakland police will make their final pitch to keep and expand the program that uses flock safety surveillance cameras, citing the role they play in tracking suspects, including the alleged Laney College shooter. But privacy advocates remain skeptical. They argue the cameras could lead to misidentifications or be used to share data with federal law enforcement agencies. Now, if the item passes out of committee tonight, it will head to the full city council in December. In San Francisco, the city may be turning a corner in its fight against the opioid crisis. City data shows in October, 36 people died from overdoses. That's the lowest monthly total since the city began tracking in 2020. Now, health officials are encouraged, but they say they're not satisfied, as people are still dying of overdoses on city streets. However, they say the progress can be attributed to faster outreach, quicker shelter placement, and better access to life-saving care. Well, it could be a bumpy commute for East Bay drivers this morning. New data from the Metropolitan Transportation Commission shows Vallejo has the most worn-out roads in the Bay Area. It scored just 44 out of 100 on the pavement index. That's about 20 points below the regional average. Now, on the flip side, Larkspur remains at the top of the list with the smoothest streets, scoring 87 after years of investment. Overall, Bay Area roads average a 67, marking 10 years straight of fair condition. Major cities like San Francisco and Oakland still showing serious wear on the roads.
Well, let's go up to the North Bay, where not everybody's happy with a major new plan to reduce homelessness in San Rafael. On the table for vote, the build of new cabin-style shelters. So here's what's happening. San Rafael City Council voted to approve that plan. It would house dozens of people. The Marin County Board of Supervisors will now vote today on that agreement. But as that plan takes shape in the North Bay, Kenny Choi shows us why some feel left out of the conversation and want to stop the project.
For a long time. I know.
It's hard to imagine that Alicia Owens not long ago called the area underneath the 101 freeway in San Rafael her home.
I was by myself every night when I would sleep. And I didn't sleep in the same place every night.
She and Lynn Murphy strolled past what was once a sprawling homeless encampment. Murphy is a mental health liaison for the San Rafael Police Department. She's been building relationships with people living on the streets for years.
I met Alicia when she was literally living in a freeway on-ramp.
According to the city's last point-in-time count, there are more than 300 unhoused people in San Rafael, many who live in unsanctioned tents on Anderson Drive and a nearby temporary city encampment that will soon close. The city and county have secured grants to build permanent cabin shelters and provide services at 350 Marydale Road, just off the freeway near the county civic center. But nearby residents have banded together to push back against the proposal.
We are against the lack of transparency with our city. So if it could happen to our neighborhood, it can happen to anyone in the county. And that's what we are fighting.
This is something the city's been discussing publicly for over 2 years. It's been mentioned at city council meetings, homeless and housing subcommittee meetings.
Betty Shea and other neighbors are posting signs opposing the Marydale plan for 65 temporary cabins to be developed down the road into 80 units of permanent affordable housing.
We want to find the best location to move forward with the homeless shelter project and help these folks.
As the latest housing battle intensifies, Owen says service support areas like the one she eventually found underneath the freeway and outreach workers are why she now has a small apartment and a stable job as an office assistant.
Lynn Murphy believed in me. She still believes in me. You know, when I had no one.
She started to trust me and was willing to take that extra step to do the paperwork to help get her into housing.
Owens believes the cabin shelters at Marydale will help others experiencing homelessness find a way out.
We all have talent, we all have purpose, and we all have, a reason for being here.
She's walking on a different path these days and believes a helping hand is why.
Kenny Choi with that story, a reason to be here. Well, 6:37 in your morning. Efforts to revitalize the San Francisco Zoo underway as they get ready to welcome some pretty cute fuzzy pandas. Up next, we chat with the woman in charge of a major facelift. We're also highlighting bridge builders in our community. Let's go live to Veronica, showing off the demand where a lot of Bay Area food banks and a lot of volunteers are working hard this morning to make sure people have food on their table, Veronica.
They sure are, Reed. Good morning. Yeah, we're kicking off our Food for Bay Area families here at Second Harvest Food Bank, Santa Cruz County, where they have a hotline for people to call for help. The phone has been ringing here, so let's now counter that with a call to action to get you to help. Every dollar counts.
Thank you for that, Veronica. And let's give you a live picture right here from the top of the Salesforce Tower. This is looking off at the Bay Bridge and into the East Bay. Jessica Birch is going to have an update with your weather forecast when we come back. Welcome back. We are watching live video from many of our monitors, bringing us headlines from across the globe. Hundreds of National Guard troops deployed to Portland and Chicago. They are heading home. This includes 200 of California's National Guard sent to Portland in early October to protect immigration and customs enforcement buildings. The troops were never actually sent onto city streets because of legal challenges and court battles. 100 California troops will remain in the Portland area for training. A former Alaska Airlines pilot charged with interfering with a flight crew will not serve prison time. On Monday, a federal judge sentenced Joseph Emerson of Pleasant Hill to 3 years of supervised release. Emerson admits he was on mushrooms when he tried to cut the engines of a passenger flight in 2023. He was off duty at the time. That is the voice of music legend Freddie Mercury. He's being honored with a commemorative coin. Britain's Royal Mint is celebrating the lead singer of the rock band Queen with a new coin that marks 40 years since his iconic Live Aid concert appearance. That 21-minute performance, considered by fans as one of the greatest live shows of all time.
Legend Freddie Mercury. Love that. Well, food insecurity is at an all-time high following a pause in federal food assistance in the United States. So look at that. We are at 2 locations this morning live. Your community station proud to support bridge builders who are working to keep our neighbors fed, right? So in Santa Cruz County, Second Harvest Food Bank officials are hard at work right now as the sun comes up. And while we see them work, think about this. Picture yourself in a room of 3 of your favorite friends, right? Now consider this. Second Harvest Food Bank says 1 out of every 3 people in our midst, especially in their county, they need food assistance just to eat every day. Veronica Macias joins us live from Second Harvest Santa Cruz, meeting the people who make it all happen. Veronica, this is one of my favorite assignments of the year. I'm jealous. Tell Gretchen and all of the volunteers there hi for me this morning. How can people get involved and help?
Good morning, Reed. Of course I will. Yeah, these people, they make such a difference in our communities. And right now, we definitely know that there is a need. So for every dollar that you donate, they make magic out of it. They are really distributing the food to the people who need it most right now. And in this warehouse, I could tell you there's cases of food that is going to be distributed to those families. 65% of it is nice to hear. That is fresh produce. I'm going to go ahead and bring in Mary Casey. She's the Chief People and Culture Officer here. You've been here for more than a decade, Mary. So you know the ins and outs of this place. You work with volunteers. You have a hotline. Tell me about that. Right now, we know that that phone has really been ringing for you. Not a good sign.
No, unfortunately, as the shutdown stretched on and SNAP benefits were delayed, we had an 85% increase in calls to our hotline. We had to bring in extra staff and volunteers to just help us deal with the overwhelming influx of people seeking resources. And unfortunately, with the planned changes to eligibility for SNAP and the holidays, we really just don't see that changing anytime soon.
What are some of the things people are telling you when they call? Because this seems like uncharted territory for a lot of people who have depended on the benefits and now are coming to you for assistance.
We had so many people call who'd never needed the support of a food bank before. They were confused and scared and just unclear on the process, among many things. So just helping people understand what resources available to them, making sure they understood that it was open to everyone, but of course they don't have to pay for any services through us. So just a lot of helping people navigate a new system that they've never had to use before.
And what does that do for the food bank? I'm sure this puts extra pressure to deliver on that need.
Yes, we are definitely projecting a sustained increase in need and just trying to figure out how we meet all these new folks who are needing our services, wanting to make sure they understand we will be there no matter what, but we are working with more constrained resources this year.
Yeah, we know you guys work back at magic here. You multiply those dollars, and we appreciate it. So, and we're so excited to be kicking off Food Bank for Bay Area families and including you this year. We're excited, and we also thank you for what you do here. Reed, we'll send it back to you in studio.
Yeah, I love what she had to say. We will be there no matter what. That is the definition of true friendship and community. Veronica Macias, that makes us feel good this morning. Thank you so much. And for you at home, if you felt something there, just know as we approach the holidays, join us in this good work. It's the Food for Bay Area Families Drive. All you have to do is get out your camera phone, point it at the screen right now. Come on, we're waiting for you to do it. Follow the link that comes up, and you can find out how you can donate food or maybe get to know your neighbor, shoulder to shoulder, volunteering your time. Or you can go to our website, kpix.com/give. Time now for a look at what's coming up later on CBS Mornings. Pretty soon, actually. Gail King taking the time to join us live from New York. Gail, service in our communities, it's what uplifts a heart. Is it not, my friend?
Exactly right. Exactly. And you cannot have too much of that. Reed, it's good to see you. Here's what's coming up on CBS Mornings. You know this already. It's been a rough few days for the stock market, but not to worry. Jill Schlesinger is here. She's got advice on how to navigate this market and what you can do as we head toward the new year. Plus, Oscar award winner. There he is. Look at Tom Hanks. Love him. And Tony winner Kelly O'Hara are talking with Vlad about starring in the off-Broadway play. It's called This World of Tomorrow. So it's based on Tom Hanks' own short story, so you know it's good. I'm just nuts about him. Adriana Diaz goes into the kitchen with the cookbook author Allison Roman, who's on a mission to show people how to make delicious food out of simple ingredients. She says anybody can do this. Tony's a big fan. I'm not so sure about that, but we all like Allison Roman around here. So we'll see you at 7 o'clock. Reed, it's a little over 10 minutes, and I don't know if you've heard, we're going to be in your neighborhood, sort of your hood on Friday, because we're going live for the soccer championships. And I was just in a meeting, and they said that somebody from your station is coming. I was wondering if it was you. You don't know anything about it.
I haven't been told that, Gail, but I need to get my ear to the ground and figure that out. And speaking of ears, I love the earring.
Okay.
Have a great morning.
Oh,
Hope to see you.
Thanks.
Take care.
All right.
All right, let's take you live outside with another beautiful shot of our Bay Area here. This is from the top of the Mark Hopkins Hotel, looking off towards the Golden Gate Bridge and the North Bay. Looks like some clouds are rolling in. Jess, microclimate's really in full effect today, huh?
Oh my goodness, yeah, because you take a look at our coastal communities, we're used to seeing 50s and 60s for our daytime highs. It's those inland spots that are bundling up today, wondering what on earth is going on. Because as we kicked off this week, we had a cold front sweep through the Bay Area. Daytime highs are still significantly cooler because of that. We're talking about low 60s anywhere from the East Bay down into the Santa Clara Valley. For our friends up in the wine country today, we're seeing low 60s and upper 50s throughout those microclimates. Here's the thing, though. We're not done with the rain just yet. Another cold front is pushing through as we head into the next 48 hours. This starts late Wednesday night. You see the timestamp just at the bottom. This pushes through the whole East Bay, off into the North Bay, too, with some pretty impressive rainfall totals, closer to around 1/10 of an inch in places like Napa, all the way over into Antioch. And this storm system is going to come in fast, bringing in cooler temperatures compared to where we're already at, meaning upper 50s at that point, and some gusty winds, too, right around the corner. So let's actually just time this out real fast, because as we head into the next 24 hours, things don't look too different. It's not until late tomorrow night, early Thursday morning, that cold front pushes in, kind of like a windshield wiper, bringing in light to moderate rain. It's going to smell like rain as we wake up early Thursday morning. We're still going to get some of those lingering showers pushing off across the East Bay, down into the Sacramento Valley, off into the Sierra, bringing in more snow for them right around the corner Thursday afternoon into Thursday late evening. So that's what we're going to keep a close eye on here in the Weather Center. And another thing to talk about, too, take a look at these daytime highs. It's going to stay cool as we head into the rest of this week. We jump down to the 50s by Thursday as that cold front pushes through, warm up just a little bit into this weekend. The good news is if you have outdoor plans diving into this weekend's forecast, even though it's still going to be partly cloudy, at least it's going to be dry. And we'll start noticing that warm up a little bit more in some of our inland spots, too. Not by much. It's going to be a very gradual setup. For example, we're all seeing upper 50s 50s as we head into Thursday. Doesn't matter whether you live along the East Bay or the coast, that's what we're gearing up for. But then once we head into this weekend, that warm up will be noticeable off in those inland spots too. Max?
All right, let's get you rolling on the roads this morning. We'll start at the Bay Bridge. We are seeing more of a backup there than we typically would at this time of the morning. There are 2 crashes we have to tell you about on the bridge. One right as you enter on westbound 80, just after the Toll Plaza exit. The others right before the Treasure Island Road exit. The left and right-hand shoulders are blocked. Let's head over to the Altamont Pass now. We are seeing speeds as low as 15 miles an hour. The average speed at about 29 miles an hour right now, so expect some slow and go as you work your way through that span. As for public transit this morning, everything appears to be running on time at the moment. No major delays to report. That's a look at your morning commute.
Buddy, well, a new era underway at the San Francisco Zoo. So back in August, the former CEO retired following audit reports that found outdated, unsafe conditions for animals and visitors. Well, now interim co-CEOs are promising revitalization with plans to modernize the zoo and restore it to its former glory. Our Suji Nam spent the day with one of the new leaders to hear her vision for change.
When Cassandra Costello walks into the giraffe barn at the San Francisco Zoo,
I would come here really frequently with my family, and what's really amazing is I've raised my family here as well.
So many memories come to life.
Our favorite food, which is acacia. We grow the acacia on site, actually.
As the newly appointed interim co-CEO, she is looking forward to revitalizing the zoo to what it once was.
Bringing back that nostalgia that people grew up coming to this zoo, providing an excellent world-class experience with our talented team.
Earlier this year, the zoo had come under scrutiny as the city's Animal Control and Welfare Commission deemed the facilities outdated and unsafe.
This is our lion habitat. This is a proposed habitat for our pandas.
City leaders recommended the zoo not move forward with this controversial $25 million panda project until its facilities are improved. But Costello said they remain optimistic as crews work on improvements.
While we're not talking specifics about the panda project, we are excited to be moving the project forward and working behind the scenes to do what we need to do to prepare for giant pandas.
The panda project does have critics, including Michelangelo Torres, the Bay Area campaign lead for the nonprofit in defense of animals.
We don't have the ability to give them the life that they need over here. I mean, starting with bamboo. You know, what is the cost and what's going to happen as far as trying to get that bamboo to them, which is needed and is estimated to cost at least $1 million a year.
While optimistic with Costello's new leadership, Torres' group sees a different path forward.
We need to stop intakes of any new animals. Let's remember, of course, that the infrastructure there is over almost 100 years old. I don't think anyone is denying that there needs to be upgrades there.
Habitat is the largest outdoor habitat celebrating species from Madagascar in the U.S.
Costello says she plans to find more ways to engage the community, including a recently launched volunteer initiative to beautify the zoo's neighborhood.
Ready to meet this moment. This is a really special place for people. We've got generations of visitors that have come here.
And she hopes that with renewed efforts, there will be even more visitors for generations to come.
And let's give you a live look at the San Francisco skyline from Treasure Island on this Tuesday morning. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Time now for your Money Watch report. We'll give you a live look at the big board this morning. Starting the day off in the red, we will keep our eyes on that as the day progresses. 2 popular weight loss drugs will now cost less if you decide to pay with cash instead of going through insurance. Novo Nordisk announced Monday that it is offering the first 2 monthly doses of Wegovy and Ozempic for $199. The discount applies to the 2 lowest doses of the medications and expires at the end of March. The deal is available at Costco, GoodRx, Weight Watchers, and many retail pharmacies. Ford is teaming up with Amazon to let dealers sell certified used vehicles online. Amazon shoppers can schedule a time to pick up their purchase in person. Ford says the program will debut on Amazon Autos in Los Angeles, Seattle, and Dallas. Other locations will be added over time. GameStop is letting you trade in almost anything. Literally. The retailer just announced Trade Anything Day on December 6th. Bring in any item that fits in a 20 by 20 box and you'll apparently get a store credit in return. They haven't said how much each item worth yet, but it is a 1-item limit per person. Interesting stuff there.
All right, somebody's going through the garage and storage unit for sure today. Well, some prestigious props this morning got to Mandarin Immersion School up in West Oakland.
Yuming Charter School just received California's 2025 Blue Ribbon School Honor for academic excellence. It's one of 31 schools recognized by the state after the federal program was discontinued earlier this year. Community leaders say this honor really reflects the idea that every child deserves a high-quality education. Listen.
It is what Oakland needs right now. Your dedication to excellence, belonging, and immersion is creating a future where Oakland children can thrive globally.
Yuming previously won National Blue Ribbon recognition back in 2019. The school says 84% of students become fluent in Mandarin by 3rd grade, and 100% graduate 8th grade with advanced proficiency. Wow.
Awesome. The little ones shall lead us, and the leaders lead them, right?
Absolutely.
Amazing. Congratulations to them. Well, coming up, as California voters prepare to choose their next governor in 2026, we're going to start to hear from the candidates on where they stand on our state's sanctuary laws.
And food banks across the Bay Area continue to work hard to feed families every single day, and that effort continues even more in the holiday season. I'll tell you how you can help your neighbors out coming up.
Taking a live look outside right now. Beautiful skies there. Little part in the clouds. Jess will have your forecast, and we'll continue our community conversation, including how to put a little purpose in your morning, a little good energy in your morning. That's coming up over on Pix Plus 44 Cable Channel 12. We hope to continue to stay a part of your morning. We thank you when you do.